Hi, welcome back to Bedtime Stories with Iana. In today's video, I'm going to do something absolutely different. I'm going to tell you the spooky legend of Semarang. Semarang is a village in Indonesia where people believe that they are haunted by the ghost of Sumala. So, this legend of Sumala starts with a woman named Sulastri. She longed for a child. She was married to her husband for many years and they have been trying to have a child, but they couldn't. And her husband was this really rich man in this Nawab type family, and he was always in this fear that if he died childless, then all his wealth and legacy would go to his relatives, and his legacy would end with him. He wouldn't be able to pass it down to his children. So one day, he gives an ultimatum to his wife, Sulasi. He says, I hope you can conceive a child this year. If not, I will have to do a second marriage. So Sulasi was scared. Did not want her husband to go for a second marriage and just to have a child. She was so desperate that she contacted a shaman. The shaman was a really old woman and she was famous for dealing with the devil and using all those kind of black magic that only brings bad luck and bad happenings to people. So lastly went to the shaman, and although she was very uncomfortable and from the inside it was telling her not to do this, but she still made a deal with the devil, and we all know the deal with devils never go right. So Lastri did have a child, but but it came with a very heavy price, which she thought she would not have to pay. But then let's see if, how she pays it. So this story of Sumala has these two versions. In the first version, it is believed that Sumala was a child of the devil. The Sulasti had just one child Sumala was child of the devil. For the second version, it is said that Sulasti gave birth to twins. Yes, twins. The first was a child of the devil, Sumala, and the second was the child of the human, Kumala. But as we, as I said, that the first version, where this one child of the devil, that she gives birth, that's a true story. So we can stick with this true story. So Lastri gives birth to just one child, Sumala, and when she gives birth, the midwives notice that the child didn't cry and his eyes were eerily black. They believed that the child didn't have a soul, and so they just left. They thought that okay, we need to leave out of here because it is not giving us the good vibes, not making us happy. It's making us feel scared. So they just left. So, from day one, strange activities started happening in the village, not just in their house, but in the entire village. The entire village was cursed because of this one mistake, one big mistake that Sulastri made. As Sumala was growing up, everyone was getting affected by her appearance and personality, and it was not in a good way, it was in a really bad way. So, in the classic ghost stories way, all the animals would suddenly go restless when she's around, and some people even swore to have heard her talking to herself in an unknown language. Well, that is absolutely red flag because a child talking to herself in an unknown language, that doesn't happen in real life though. At least not with humans. Children used to play with or always experience something very strange, bad, and new about her each time, like she is evolving in a bad way. Villagers were also finding their pets dead in the morning. So maybe she was munching on them for her midnight cravings. And finally, the disappearances started. So she finally evolved to her ultimate bad version. Children were going missing. So after attacking the pets, she started attacking the children who suddenly went missing in the morning. Some were found dead in this old well, while others were never found. They just like went missing. Their parents would go crazy searching for them, but they would never be able to find the children. And surprisingly, Sumala always had her traces at the scene. Like she would leave something of her or something like that, which would lead to Sumala as a suspect. But well, she was a child. How could she kill the children? Like that was absolutely illogical. And also, if the villagers somehow, because they were villagers, they could bring some logic into it, like saying that she was supernatural. So they still didn't actually dare to go against Sulastri's daughter, who Sulastri. Yeah, she was a wife of this Nawab guys, so they would not go against her. They just like kept their mum and kept on finding evidences. And yeah, they tried to keep the children safe too. Ultimately, Sumala turned against her parents. So now her parents also started doubting her. Like they would also see those evidences that the villagers could find where Sumala's traces were found. And so they decided that if they could, like if they would lock their child, Somala, in the room for all night, then maybe they would prove that it was not Somala, it was someone else. Like, it was the child. They could not actually like believe readily that the child was a murderer. So, and even during the daytime, they would always accompany her. They would always keep an eye on her. Ultimately, one day, Sulastri was found dead. Samala one day killed her own mother. We don't know why and how, but yeah, she did it. And when the father, this Sulastri's husband, found his wife dead, he was absolutely gutted and doomed. He realized that he loved his wife more than his legacy, but it was too late. So now the villagers had the evidence, they had the proof, and they just wanted they were hell bent on stopping Sumala from carrying out any more murders. So what they did was they dragged Sumala to this old well and threw her in and sealed it shut. The villagers were happy. Okay, fine. We got rid of this evil child, Sumala. Everything is good now. Is it? Is everything good now? No. After Sumala died, it was a spirit that starting taking vengeance and started attacking on the villagers. Yeah, and it was a spirit that started haunting the village. And even now, some people say that when they pass by the well at night, they could hear this whisper coming from the well. And some even say that they see a small figure standing near the well, staring at them with empty eyes. And those who dare to speak her name, they regret it. Well, uh, we don't know how they regret it. I hope they don't lose their life, but yeah, something bad does happen to them. So the villagers tried everything they could, and so they came up with these rituals. And these rituals included giving her offerings of food so that Tumala would eat those food and be satisfied and would not harm them. And also, they started keeping these traditional remedies at the doors just to keep Sumala out of their house and the parents. wouldn't let the children go out after dark. It would just it was this protocol there, this night curfew where the children were absolutely not allowed to go out after dark because they were like easy prey. And so yeah, this is the true story of Somala that the people of Semarang believe, and they believe that they are haunted by Somala at night. Okay, so what are your opinions? Do you believe that there's something like this? Like, are they really haunted or just like superstition? It's just like all those, folklore where they try to find some supernatural evidence for something else. Okay, so I hope to listen to your opinion in the comment section. Write them down, and thanks for listening. Thanks for coming, and I hope you got a good day. And you can listen to my other videos which I have made. Those are fairy tales and Wings Club and all those videos. And I'll be posting more of this if you would like. Just comment me down in the comment section, and I request you to like, share, and subscribe. Share with your friends, and yes, please do comment because your comment actually encourage me. And please subscribe, please, please, please. Okay, so thanks and come back again to watch some more videos. Bye.